Hello and welcome. I am Madhuri and this is the third video of the LinkedIn branding series. Before this, we covered tips and tricks of creating a powerful LinkedIn profile and building relevant connections on LinkedIn. If you missed watching those videos and want to check them out, I have mentioned the links in the description box. If you're watching my video for the first time, thank you so much for tuning in. Every Sunday, I publish helpful content on helping you get at least 1% closer to achieving your professional and personal goals. If this is something that you're looking for, please subscribe right away for more content every week. Today, we are going to talk about the what, why, and how of personal branding on LinkedIn. There are multiple points throughout this video, and I have mentioned the timestamps in the description box just in case you want to switch between sections. Let's get started. Personal branding is the conscious and intentional effort that people make to create a reputation and influence their connections with their actions. More simply, it can be defined as the impression that people have about you based on the experience of working with you, talking with you, or simply just by the way you conduct yourself in person or on social media. So everything that you do with your LinkedIn account, be it your posts, likes, comments, articles, can either make or break how people perceive you as a professional. That is, it can either make or break your personal brand. We'll cover both aspects in the how section. Now you might say, isn't it enough that I have to study for my interviews and apply for companies that I want to work for, that now I have to work on my personal brand too? Well, let's put it this way. I'm not saying that studying for interviews or applying for jobs is not important. Of course, that's the most important thing that you need to do. But personal branding is what will get you through the door. Meaning, it will help you land those opportunities. Just as you bond with team members and colleagues in real life, you make virtual professional connections on LinkedIn, some of whom might eventually invite you for introductory meetings or interview calls. The world is fast becoming an online community, and you ought to have a digital presence to create more opportunities for yourself. Take LinkedIn for example. There are hundreds and thousands of people actively looking for their next career move on LinkedIn. Why should someone choose you? For instance, consider another individual who has the same skill set as you. The only difference being he or she actively engages their connections via demonstrating interest in ongoing or current activities in their field, whereas you are not as active. Who do you think a recruiter who's actively looking for prospective candidates is more likely to reach out to? That's where personal branding comes into the picture. It gives recruiters the confidence they need to consider you for a prospective role in their team and their company. Just as you take steps in real life to create good impressions on your team members or your managers, creating a personal brand will help you make the right virtual impressions to attract prospective team members, managers, and especially recruiters. Ultimately, the goal of personal branding is to differentiate yourself from the competition, increase your circle of influence, and advance your career. If you're convinced with my reasoning, let's go ahead to understand how you can go about building your personal brand. The first thing to do is to identify your core skills and values. Your personal brand is going to be a unique package of your skills, knowledge, and your field of interest. Basically, it tells people what you have to offer to them professionally. So to create a personal brand, it is important to identify your uniqueness. What are your skills and core values? What kind of job are you looking for? What do you want to be known for and hired for? Answering these questions will help you build a strong base for building your personal brand. Once you have all of this information ready, you can build credibility for the things that you want to be known for. LinkedIn allows you to share your thoughts and ideas via posts, articles, and videos. You may write or record a video on any topic that may be of academic or professional interest to you. And it doesn't have to be very elaborate. Even 2 to 3 lines of impactful content should be enough. Topics can range from work-life balance to cloud computing, to life at a particular company, to tips on how to get into a particular B school, etc. etc. The sky is the limit here. Writing short-form updates and posting long-form articles to showcase your thoughts and ideas to potential recruiters lets them know that you are more than just a few professional and academic degrees. It shows that you are passionate about a topic, that you enjoy delving into the nuances of a particular subject, and you are capable of putting forth your thoughts and ideas in a structured manner. In case you have any difficulty in understanding what kind of posts and articles you can put out, a good way to go about it would be to look at profiles of people in roles that you want to be hired for. You can check their profile and understand what kind of content they are posting from their profile. Now, posting statuses and articles also has another benefit. It automatically increases the number of followers on your LinkedIn profile and in turn enhances the popularity of your profile. Followers are the people who may or may not be in your connections list, but they can still see the kind of posts that you are publishing. To make the most out of this, aim to write at least one article per month and one post per week. The frequency of video posts, of course, can vary depending on your schedule and your availability of time. A word of caution here though, be very careful about the kind of content that you post from your profile on any social media, because there have been cases where people's activities on LinkedIn have proved to be a cause of trouble for them. For example, there was this person who landed a job at a prominent firm of the likes of Google, but then had their offer rescinded. Turned out, the applicant in one of their public posts had made an insensitive joke. Although it probably meant no harm, but it was against one of the values of the firm. So just be mindful of what you are posting on social media and how it can be perceived by different people. The biggest takeaway from posting content is that consistency is key. The more often you publish, the more visibility you will gain. You will begin to appear in top feeds of people other than your connections, thus increasing the visibility of your profile and the probability of being noticed by potential recruiters. Interestingly, individuals and companies can also pay a small fee to LinkedIn to sponsor their content and spread it to relevant user base. Now, once you have attracted the right kind of people, the ones who like your content, be it posts, articles, or your general line of thought, they will visit your profile to know more about you. To ensure that you keep them impressed, make sure you have a professionally attractive profile. You can refer to my first video of the LinkedIn branding series wherein I talk about 7 steps to building a perfect LinkedIn profile. The link is in the description box below. But all of this effort that you put into personal branding is going to help you out only if you attract the right kind of people. It's also important that you have the relevant connections in your network on LinkedIn. For this, you can check out the second video of the LinkedIn branding series wherein I talk about building and maintaining connections with relevant individuals on LinkedIn. Again, the link is in the description box below. If you found my tips helpful, give a big fat thumbs up, share this with your network, and subscribe to my channel to see more such tips and ideas every Sunday. You can connect with me on Instagram and LinkedIn as well. I have mentioned both the links in the description box. If you have any questions or suggestions for upcoming videos, please mention them in the comment section and I'll try to get back to as many of those as possible. This is Madhuri Varma signing off. Thank you for watching.